Welcome to the Entrepreneurial CPA Show, where we take a deep dive into knowledge needed to break free of the box and become the world-changing entrepreneur we know all of you out there want to be. And we got to hit you up with the theoretical and practical skills you need to punch above your weight, as always. And we're here with a very special show, one of our favorite shows that we get to do. Themed episode, Tired of Taxes, brought to you by the National Association of Certified Valuators and Analysts, or NACVA for short, a little easier to say. For the past 30 years, they've helped thousands of CPAs establish their authority in matters of value, not just anything, matters of value, and become today's financial super consultants. Right? We all want to be super consultants, a little superhero action. We got to like that. And on this special show, we're to talk today with a very, very special guest. We had such great responses. We went straight to the source. Brian Jones, COO of the NACVA. We brought him on to hear right from him all about everything NACVA related. Brian, how's it going today?
Hi, Garrett. Excellent. Thank you. Having a great day.
I love it. So, Brian, the NACVA, it's all about pioneering, as you've told me, global business valuation, financial litigation, financial consulting professionals, and more. How did this and why did this whole global association get started to begin with?
Sure. So the co-founder and CEO of NACVA, Parnell Black, himself is a CPA. In 1991, when NACVA was founded, he and his partner at that time, also a CPA, followed the trends in the Accounting Today magazine, where they publish annually the survey of the top 100 accounting firms, asking these accounting firms a lot of things, but more specifically, which they still do today and annually, where the top 100 accounting firms derive most of their revenues. There are about 3 dozen areas of specialty where the firms indicate their great percentage of revenues. And even as far back as 1991 to current, business valuation, litigation consulting have either been number 1 or 2, or rarely dipped below 5 or 10. So for over 25 years, business valuation has been indicated as a primary source, a key source of revenues for the top 100 accounting firms. Now, Parnell Black, the CEO, was in a CPA practice, not a big global top 100 firm, a Main Street firm. And so they realized, he at the time realized that Main Street CPAs could have the same opportunity as Wall Street CPAs if there was training, education, resources, certification for the CPAs, the Main Street CPA, to also practice in business valuation. Most CPAs, as we've talked about in prior episodes, support their existing clients with tax or management or so forth. And then the credential of the CVA, Certified Valuation Analyst, was introduced to the CPA market primarily in the 90s to provide that opportunity for CPAs. So that's how we got started, focusing on CPAs being able to get into this niche.
And that's great. So it's important to remember it all started with an actual person. It was just one, it was actually 2 CPAs that saw Accounting Today. Shout out to Dan Hood and that team. Here's how CPA firms are finding that success, non-traditional practice. Mm-hmm. And then they just felt like they wanted to, what really motivated them to take on this just enormous challenge of not just doing this for their firm, but doing this for others?
Well, they were both specializing in valuation in one degree or another. And what it led to was development of the curriculum and the body of knowledge behind the CVA as to the generally accepted methods, approaches to business valuation, and to then train CPAs to those generally accepted practices. Business valuation, they then championed standards for the profession. Throughout the training, also addressed the issue of report writing for the client, and other practice management strategies, as we've talked about on your prior series. It's one thing to take on the area of specialization, get the training and certification to know how to do it, but it's also, even from the beginning, was really important to Parnell Black that the members of the organization learn how to position their practice differently, market their practice differently, and bringing in the specialized consulting area of business valuation. So was one thing that they recognized the opportunity, then they developed the training and certification, and then founded the membership organization where the profession could, or members within the profession could affiliate with the NACVA and take advantage of the resources to help them build out their practice.
It's very, very, very impressive journey. So speaking of this big journey from where they started till today, how does the NACVA fit in with the global financial consulting profession as a whole now? As it's expanded not just US based, but globally as well.
Sure. So after many years focusing on the CPA market, the certified valuation analyst requirements were expanded to non-CPAs. So the membership, we felt early in those early years, though the original organization focused on the CPA only, we were receiving inquiries and interest from non-CPAs who also wanted to specialize in business valuation. So the credential requirements were expanded to include those individuals who do not hold the CPA license. More especially, though, international practitioners, because the organization grew so quickly in the 90s and through the 2000s as one of the first accounting and financial consulting organizations to have a credential in business valuation, even before the AICPA. International practitioners were interested, and as such, we founded the Global Association of Certified Valuators and Analysts, where we have nearly a dozen chapters around the world who offer the certification and training to the CVA in those countries, our largest being Europe. We also have chapters in Taiwan, Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, India, and now I'm going to have to cheat a little bit because I don't have them all memorized. But
we'll allow some cheating here. It's quite the impressive list.
Yeah, Canada, Taiwan, Southeast Asia, Middle East, the Mediterranean. I mean, the requirements for the CVA throughout these international chapters are all consistent in the qualifications and the testing, so forth. So it's a consistent credential around the globe. And beyond just the CVA credential, specializing in business valuation, we also offer a certification for those who specialize in financial litigation, calculating damages for a variety of purposes and or testifying in court, specialty areas, business and intellectual property damages, business interruptions, lost profits, marital dissolution, trademark, patent right, trademark, copyright, and patent infringements, fraud deterrence and investigation, bankruptcy, insolvency, and restructuring. A lot of our members who specialize in financial litigation and or business valuation come across these specialty areas too. And so to your question is, how do we fit within the global accounting and financial profession? By pioneering with professional standards in the United States with the other North American business valuation associations, and also on an international level, collaborating on international valuation standards. And the NACVA is working to provide not only certification, continuing education, but also global professional standards that drive the profession. And bringing the experts into place with our boards of governance, particularly our standards board and our credentialing boards, the valuation credentialing board, our litigation credentialing board, overseeing the body of knowledge and training and standards that are being promulgated around the globe. NACVA has taken a leadership position in all of these efforts for more than 25 years.
And that's rather impressive that it's not just a passive part of the global financial consulting community. It's very actively involved here in the US and abroad, driving things forward, helping make this transition. One of the things I've been impressed with is it seems like there's multiple certifications that the NACVA offers right now. You touch base briefly on, you can cheat if you need to. How many different certifications does the NACVA offer now?
Sure. There are two primary certifications. The Certified Valuation Analyst, which we've been speaking about, it trains practitioners to valuing privately held businesses. It's a rigorous certification that's been accredited by the National Commission for Certifying Agencies. We're also in the process of accrediting the CVA also through the American National Standards Institute, the only global business valuation credential that has been accredited by another party, which attests to the quality assurance of the certification through the body of knowledge and through the testing. And the other certification we offer is the Master Analyst in Financial Forensics. For those who not necessarily want to specialize in business valuation, but calculating damages or being an expert witness for a variety of purposes for financial litigation. Those two certifications are our primary credentials, and they've helped to transform the practices for thousands of our members worldwide who have earned the credential, but a lot of practitioners take our training for continuing education and not necessarily being certified. So those are our two areas in which we offer a credential.
Okay, so besides the credentials and the certifications, what else is the NACVA doing to help their members grow and be successful? What are the resources do your new members get?
Sure. Well, certainly more that are needed when a practitioner determines they want to earn a valuation credential or a financial litigation credential. In the process of doing the valuation or the economic analysis for the damages, practitioners need access to comparable companies. If they're valuing a specific company in an industry in a location, they need to benchmark that company against like companies. And so there are a number of databases that we provide through Key Value Data, our affiliate partner with research and data, where our members can find those benchmark companies. Also very critical to the analysis, whether valuation or litigation, is case law as to the precedent as to how they approach the value for their clients in preparing that valuation number or calculating those damages. Many times they have to rely on case law precedent, and we have a member benefit to our organization where our members have access to a very comprehensive case law database where they can do that research to make sure they're complying with any federal or state precedent. We also provide a number of other resources. As we spoke to, our members determine they want to specialize in this area, but maybe are struggling with how to position their practice, to expand their brand, to tell the story of how the valuation credential or the litigation credential can benefit their members or their clients. And so we partner with a lot of organizations that can help our members with branding, business models, business plans, marketing strategies, even marketing commercials that we produce for our members that they can in turn use in their marketing, press releases, for example, as well. So a full service association is really how we like to describe the NACVA. We provide exceptional training and credentialing, a lot of continuing education to the core body of knowledge for both valuation and litigation consulting, but specialized training, almost 200 or more days of the year, we offer some training in some way, whether it's a conference or a webinar or a broadcast or a conference event, but also these research tools that are needed for the company analysis, case law, precedent, all kinds of tools and resources to help our members in their full practice and not just providing them with a credential and saying good luck. We provide full suite of services and products to help our members succeed, including the marketing resources.
And that's something we've heard firsthand from a lot of the guests we've had on the show, just how impressive the resources are, both from the resources from the NACVA and the resources from the peers in the group.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been one of the biggest things I hear time and time again, whereas other associations that are out there, yeah, you're in and it's very passive. The NACVA is a very active group. Everyone's helping each other together to lift each other up and be successful.
We really do. We really have so much to offer our members that we find it difficult to tell them everything we have. And we even hear that from our members. It's like, geez, you guys have a lot of stuff. And that's good because our members, for almost any need, where they're wanting support, they can contact us and communicate to us what their needs are. And generally, it's something that our membership as a whole can utilize. And in most cases, we try to build that out or find a way to bring in that feedback for additional member benefits and resources.
And that's such an opposite approach of most associations. We hear from their members of, well, I get no value, they don't do anything. I get zero value from them. And even if I reach out, they can't help me. So it's great hearing the total opposite side. You provide so much value, they need help like focusing. So speaking, Brian, of focusing, what are some key initiatives on the NACVA's front burner in 2020 and beyond?
Sure. One of the things we are doing, looking to the future of the profession, is building out our university CVA credentialing program by partnering with institutions of higher learning, colleges, universities, particularly at the graduate level, accounting, finance, and economics, where right now almost a dozen, or actually over a dozen of these universities are partnering with the NACVA by extending the training that we provide for the CVA through the university setting. And these students, primarily at the graduate level, can take the training for the CVA, complete one of the two testing requirements to earn the CVA. There is a proctored exam over the body of knowledge, and then also CVA candidates must complete the evaluation of a subject company. These universities are integrating the full body of knowledge by teaching to the concepts of how to value privately held companies. And as a final exam, these universities are either asking the student to complete the proctored exam or to complete the evaluation of a subject company. And by doing that, these students can qualify as candidates for the CVA. So that by the time they graduate with a master's degree, they have a CVA candidate status, which will give these students a heads up when they're heading into the profession and interviewing for jobs with accounting firms or financial consulting firms. They can demonstrate that they have earned at least the candidate status for the CVA, as it's a high demand specialty niche. We really believe that this will help these students have a competitive edge when they get into the marketplace. And NACVA is really putting a lot of energy and effort into the academic profession, reaching out to these universities to give these young professionals a leg up in their career. So that's really something that's important to the association. We're also, as I mentioned earlier, about to apply for accreditation for the CVA with the American National Standards Institute. Credibility is a big thing when a client or the courts or the judiciary are hearing testimony, or even the IRS, federal regulatory agencies are looking at valuation engagements, reports, and valuation matters. When some credential holders, or rather analysts, have a credential, some do not. But the sheer fact that the NACVA has accredited the CVA, soon will be accrediting it through the American National Standards Institute, it really attests to the higher level of quality for our training and certification. Our members who hold a credential have to recertify their credential every 3 years. And so as an organization, we felt it was also important to put ourselves under the same rigors of reaccrediting our training program, our body of knowledge, and our exam on a regular basis, to attest to a higher level of quality, which most of your clients, those of you who are viewing, your clients hold you to as well. And so accreditation for our certifications is something else that's important to us, a higher standard of quality and integrity behind the CVA and soon to be the math are big initiatives for the NACVA also.
Those are some big, really impressive initiatives. I mean, I really like the college angle, because now you're getting future CPAs, future accountants, just at the ground level, before they get to college, they're learning this super critical skill. Mm-hmm. He said now they're learning this skill that's applicable real world job case for them.
Right.
They get the leg up. They're graduating with something very tangible, and that's a huge differentiator for them in the marketplace. And then on the flip side, now they're already exposed to the NACVA.
Right.
So it's not like, should I join the NACVA? It's, I want to continue to be a member of them for life, for when they start out. So I think that's a tremendous, tremendous area that you got. We're super excited to hear about that initiative.
Yeah.
So Brian, we're just about out of time. Any
Okay.
final words as we wrap up this special Tired of Taxes episode here today?
Absolutely. So those of you who are watching, certainly we hope and expect that you have great, strong practices. But going into the future, particularly into next year, you might be thinking, what will I do in 2020 to strengthen my practice? And maybe some goals that you've had over the life of your firm or your practice. You thought, do I want to specialize? What other areas, what other things can I do to grow my practice? If you're in that baby boomer time area of your life and your practice as well, it's a trend that's also across the United States, and that a lot of small businesses in the U.S., the business owners will be thinking of their exit strategy. And so to specialize in business valuation, to know the value of your company personally, but also for your clients, to consider a certification or at least some training in business valuation to help round out your services and your support to your members. We publish our training catalog, our Consultants Training Institute catalog, which likely the viewers of your show may receive, but we're offering 1-year affiliate membership with the purchase of any course or product in next year's schedule. So to become an affiliate of NACVA, you receive some great benefits, some resources, and some training as part of that affiliate membership. Also discounts on training. But we can certainly partner with all of you who are interested in expanding your practice or looking into some areas of specialty to contact us, because we have supported thousands and thousands of CPAs and practitioners worldwide to do just that in their practice. And we can certainly roll our sleeves up and find a way to support you, all of you as well. So that's a great question, Garrett. Thanks for asking that.
No problem, Brian. I appreciate it. And I agree firsthand with you. From everything we've seen, NACVA does an amazing job supporting people making that journey from just traditional CPA practices to financial super consultants. So thank you very much for the time today.
You're
Thank
welcome.
everyone for tuning in. As always, don't forget, click to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stay up to date. And if you're tired of taxes, tired of the grind, and you want help breaking free of those deadlines, as Brian said, join the thousands of other CPAs who specialize in business valuation. Transform your financial consulting career with what you've heard. It's one of the most widely recognized business valuation credentials, the Certified Valuation Analyst, the CVA for short.
Yep.
To learn more about it, take the plunge, stop being tired of taxes, get started in 2020 on the right foot. The website's listed below. Enter the special discount code C3CS, special entrepreneurial CPA show offer. Start on your path today. And as always, you know the drill, you're watching. We challenge you today to take action to change the world and invest in yourself.